You know, it looks like I did finger waves, but I didn't. This is my hair type. This is a curl I have in my hair. So yeah, it looks like I did something for this video. No, that's my hair. Let's get on with it already. Hello. So today's topic, the 2020s and how moderation seems to be banned in the 20s and seems to be demonized. Because the thing is, and I know this is going to sound like some socialist communist thing, but we tend to have a culture of consumer and consumerism and capitalism, and I know it sounds really lefty out of my mouth, but let's be real. Moderation is not a very incentivized concept. In fact, it is seen as a restricted concept coming out of religious people. But it tends to be a reality that, well, we should practice a little bit of moderation with things, or at least with some things. Like, seriously, please, stop it. I was watching some videos about how some members of the fat acceptance community are dying now, and it's just reasonable and expectable and understandable that would happen. It was not expectable to happen this fast, but man, these people just took it to a whole new level. When people say this individual was 600 pounds, 400 pounds, my kilogram brain cannot figure that out. But it sounds big, it sounds massive, it sounds dreadful, it sounds painful. I was only 100 kilos at my worst, and I felt miserable. I cannot imagine what it feels like to be that massive. And I think it's just one more symptom of every single one of the symptoms we're having with how much are we consuming everything. And by that I mean drinks, experiences, people, experiences, and food. And moderation is seen as something that, like, kind of like shameable and even demonized. Whenever you say something in a group of friends of, I think you should drink less. Oh, come on, don't be such a prude. I'm like, I'm not being prude. I'm not being prude. I'm just asking you to take care of yourself because you're just out of whack. And you see, the thing is, normally that's an expectable reaction from someone in the early teens, maybe early 20s. But when you're in your early 30s, that's a bit of a concerning reaction. And society seems to be dead set on having that reaction of shaming moderation well into your 60s. And I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself? You know damn well you're gonna have a pain in your stomach tomorrow. You cannot eat this much. And I can see with the elderly people is that those who get older the best are the ones who have a more moderate reaction towards life. And that's why I think most people link religion to moderation, mainly because it's partly on the structure of religion. And as I have said before in some of my videos, I think religion is mostly the observation of older people, or what works best to make you grow older best. And they just give you advice on how to heal or how not to make mistakes to begin with and how to grow old in a better manner. They're trying to give you a guideline on how to grow old or at least heal from the mistakes you have made, you know. That's essentially what I think. When you actually read most religions, they have like guidelines on how to live, essentially. And they seem to be written by people who were really old. And I know that's something that people tend to look down on. But not everyone got to be old in the past. And those who did and knew how to write, they have probably seen some stuff. Like, I'm not really that old, and I have seen so many already. I have seen so many stuff. I have seen the Y2K. I have seen pandemic. Yeah, I have seen a lot of things. So I cannot imagine what someone would see on the biblical times around them. Just, can you imagine? I cannot. I cannot. And I am a little bit fearful of this attitude that everyone seems to try to uphold, even lying to themselves, in shaming moderation. I'm sorry, I'm just reading alerts about my phone telling me it's not going to be able to finish recording some stuff. Great! So I'm going to finish quickly this video. The thing is, there's a concerning attitude in this society and in every society around the world, or at least I have seen, on shaming moderation and shaming people who practice moderation. And that's a bit of a problem because the oldest and happiest people I have met are usually pretty moderate individuals. They are neither extremists in religion wise nor really in political wise. They're not extremists in the way they eat, in the way they behave, in the way they drink, and the way they sleep. They're just moderate and calm and peaceful. That's something we should treasure. We should mimic. And the older I get, the more I appreciate that attitude towards people. And just like, stop shaming moderation. I think it's the one thing we need right now. We all do. And I think it's something that could save your life. So yeah. Before my phone stops recording, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for your time, and until next time. I wish you have your best time in moderation and in peace and with calm. Till next time, bye bye.